Hello everyone, welcome. I'm so happy you're joining. My name is Titivik. I warmly welcome you to another wonderful training that we're going to have today. And I welcome you to Royalty Living. It's going to be amazing and we are going to learn so much with each other and together. And today I have also a special announcement. I am starting a new course. It's going to be an online course. After this video, I will attach for you a link where you can actually purchase the enrollment package for it. And we are going to start live sessions tomorrow. So we're going to do it in a very good time zone that US, UK, they all can connect. So if you're interested, this course is going to be about luxury womanhood and art of womanhood. And we're going to discuss different topics about beauty, about femininity, about class, about hygiene, about dating men, of course, about understanding how to live your life and success and business, money. So it's going to cover everything that a woman should know in nowadays society, like in a modern world. So it's an exciting course. It's a very wonderful. It's like a it just has some kind of spirit, you know. After that, I really would like a lot of women to change, and it's going to be magical course. It's the luxury woman, you know, course. Hi, excited for this session. Yes, it's going to be amazing. Hi, how are you? I'm wonderful, dear. How is your day? I'm so happy we could connect, and thank you so much everyone for the patience. Hi, I see you all joining. And I want to tell you that in the future, whenever you see that I schedule the live and you can see that I postpone or I delay, either I'm in a car and we're in a traffic, or it means that I'm waiting for more quiet. Mine was well, thank you. I'm so glad to hear. And you're now here, and everything is going to be even better. This training is going to bring you blessing. It's going to have 3 different modules that we're going to discuss today, and they're going to have like a like a chapter. So it's going to be very good. It's a very organized training, and we have a lot of information to cover. So I'm super excited. And before we start the topic, let me remind you that I do one-to-one session as well. You can purchase all other online courses and any dresses that I wear, or if you watch any video or picture you like something, you can always contact me. Say, where did you get this vase? Where did you get this lamp? Where did you get this dress? And I will make sure that the team takes care of you. And I'm also now closing the enrollment very soon for the private consultation. So if you ever dream to work with me for the summer, we're going to close the gate. So if you're really interested, I would suggest you to email my team. The email is in the description box in every my video, including this one, and you can have actually consultation with me one-on-one, because you know the slots are going to be closed, and then the summer it's not going to happen. So I would suggest you to definitely book, so your slot is booked and you can discuss anything that you desire. And we have packages for 1 month, we have packages for 3 months, for 6 months, or we have one-time purchase that you have one consultation and you see how it goes. But it's on a great offer, it's half price, and then you know you can do whatever you want and you can learn everything. So are you excited for the topic? We have an amazing topic today. We're going to talk about classy ladies etiquette. Basically, the life etiquette of a classy woman, of an elegant woman. Of course, she's luxurious, of course, she's gorgeous, but she's very classy. And today is the elegance lesson. We're going to talk about the etiquette of the classy woman, and we're going to cover different aspects of her life. So it's not going to be only, for example, about hygiene, but it's going to have different aspects. It's going to have beauty. It's going to talk about treating other people, how to deal with other people, communication. And by the end of this video, you will have this clarity, this peace that now I have learned so much and I'm ready for so much. So today is an etiquette class, etiquette for a classy lady. And as you know, I always represent classy womanhood. So everything that I discuss today is about this classical lifestyle. And I want us to go back to when women were women, when they used to dress like women, when they used to behave like women. So I want you to take back to that generation and for you to stay there and bring that energy to the modern world, because we will be so much more happier if we are actually classy. So we're going to have 3 different chapters, and I want you to get ready, get comfortable, grab something to eat, grab your water, grab something to write on, because it's very important for you to take notes, because it's a training. This is a proper training. And of course, feel free to ask any questions that you have, even if it's not related to the topic, and I will definitely answer. Yes, I love your videos. I'm a traditional woman, even though I don't come from a family that values traditional. Wonderful. Traditional women, welcome, welcome to our community. And actually, we all come from traditional families. If you look back to Eve, she was traditional. Her role was to get married and be provided for. So we all are actually traditional women. But by the society norms and by the times that we live in, the traditional aspect of a woman gets removed. So we need to claim it back. So we are actually all traditional. So never think that, oh, I don't come from a traditional family with traditional values and I'm just being traditional on my choice. Actually, it's not your choice. You need to feel this freedom that actually it's not my choice. It's in my blood. It's in every woman's blood. So actually, I'm not even doing anything. I belong. I'm exactly where I belong. So that's wonderful. Welcome. So now get ready, get relaxed. I want you to, for a moment, finish everything you're doing. For a moment, don't stress yourself out. Don't move things. Just take a breath and just let it go. Everything, any question that needs to be done, everything can wait. This is a woman's time. This is our girly time. Men, of course, are welcome, and we actually have them usually, in the chat, and we have them watching our videos. Everyone is welcome. Get completely relaxed. Now, I also want to say one moment that, of course, my channel is more tailored for women, but we have a lot of topics that are for men as well. But I want to say one very interesting aspect that actually, of course, the title is about ladies etiquette, but men as well. Gentleman etiquette is equal because it doesn't matter. Hello, how do you do? You see the way the question is, how do you do? Like in old movies. Wonderful. You see, very good example. Hi, dear. So we're going to discuss everything that it can be also related to men. So please feel welcome even if you're a man, and it doesn't matter on the age, because if you're 18, these steps are for you. If you are 50, these steps are for you. If you're 90, these steps are for you. So it's for any age, it's actually for any gender. So maybe I should rename it and say classy person's etiquette. So everyone is welcome to learn, and let's make our society more classy. All right? Okay. So we're going to start with explanation. We're going to have 3 different topics, and I would like someone if can write the summary. I really liked, we had a wonderful girl who was writing a beautiful summary. If she's here, please, or anyone else who would like to volunteer to write these points that we're going to discuss, because we're going to have a lot of knowledge today. So the first chapter, we're going to talk about the order and hygiene. So classy woman's life's etiquette is dependable and relying on the order and the hygiene. That's going to be a first big chapter. That is actually inner chapter, chapter of a woman. It's inside of her. No one needs to know what order you have in your house, what kind of hygiene routine you have. It's an inner, like a being, inner private life. So first is order and hygiene. Welcome. Yes, thank you so much for the beautiful summary. Second one is respect and peace. That is outer aspect of a lady and a feminine lady. Second is respect and peace, and this is more, we're going to talk a lot about arguments, communication with other people, how to treat other people, how to get rid of the difficult situations. So the second aspect is going to be very practical, that will help you to gain more peace in your life and a bit more relaxed. So first, order and hygiene. Second, respect and peace. Now the third, thank you so much for writing the summary, you're wonderful. Third is beauty and style. And this is a complete presentation of a woman. This is how you actually appear to the world. Beauty and hygiene, and style. So this is going to be a chapter where we talk actually about your feminine ladylike appearance, and we're going to also talk about what you actually wear. So I'm going to give you a few tips that a lot of people don't realize. Wonderful. You see, now we have a full summary. Thank you so much for this wonderful person. So order and hygiene, number 1 chapter. Second, respect and peace. And third, beauty and style. And I have written everything in here. I'm going to read you the points. Every chapter is going to have 4 points. So by the end of the video, you're going to have 16 different steps from all the chapters, and you have 1 year, that is 12 months. If you withdraw 1 point and you just implement 1 point in 1 month, you can live your life completely differently. And then you have 2 extra to implement if you want something extra. So we will have 3 chapters with 4 sub chapters under them. So let's get ready and let's start. Number 1 chapter is about classy ladies' life etiquette, is order and hygiene. In here, I'm going to read number 1. Number 1 is, I command order and I clean immediately. I command order, and I clean after myself immediately. Let's discuss this. I told one time on one of my lives that I have this very nice tactic that I do with myself, that sometimes when I come home and I see that something needs to be organized, if some things are, not organized, I stand in the room, literally in the middle of the room or in the beginning of the room where the door is. I look at everything that needs to be organized and I say order. I basically speak to the things and I command order. I on purpose chose this word. I never choose any words without thinking. So I stand in the room, I look at the things that needs to be organized. For example, books needs to be organized, or clothing needs to be organized, or I did shopping that needs to be organized. And I just say order. It's like I speak with a person. Right after I say that word, I go to that corner, and the organization of order happens so quickly. It's like the things jump on their own places. When we see Beauty and the Beast, how everything is getting organized by itself, the plates are dancing, they're putting themselves in the cupboards. This is what happens in my life. I command order, and I loudly with my words say order. And my room, my windows, my ceiling, my walls can hear that the boss is here. We cannot be in a mess. Everything needs to be in order. And because I said that, my mind hears that order. Everything needs to be in order. And my body follows the mind and the wording and creates a fast order. It's a magical thing I've discovered in my life. And sometimes I will say 2-3 times that word. And it really works miracle. Everything becomes in order. And one tactic I will teach you, and I said the second part of the sentence, that I clean immediately, is that there are many books about how to take care of your house, how to organize your house, how to keep it clean, how to in general not make a mess. And I found one book I was reading. It was like more like a interior design book, but there was a chapter explaining about cleanliness in the house and organization. And the person, I don't even remember the name of the book, but I remember the concept. Thank you so much for summary. Order and hygiene is I command order and clean immediately. Wonderful. You're wonderful, by the way. You're writing, and we are going to keep this person as an excellent student. Thank you for being in here. We really appreciate you. And people write to me that, oh, that person that writes the summary is so wonderful. So people see what you're doing. You're doing a great job. Well done. So in that book, there was a concept that he explains, that in order for you to not have mess, to have order in your life, to have cleanliness in your house, you need to follow one simple rule. You don't need to even think about difficult procedures, difficult chemicals you need to buy. You need to have a day of cleaning. I, for example, disagree. I do not want to spend my life, that is a valuable life of a princess, of a royalty, that I'm going to clean something. How unimportant is that life, That some people say, for example, Sundays for us is cleaning day. Cleaning day? Maybe cleaning hour, maybe 15 minutes. Maybe 10 minutes after each shower that you can clean the bathroom. But I would suggest you to not do your life and to not limit yourself, saying that you have a day for cleaning. As a woman, as a beautiful woman, a day for spa, sure. Day for shopping, sure. But day for cleaning is too much. You take everything from your life. You see something needs to be washed, by the time before you go to bed, put everything in the laundry. You do not need to have a day for laundry. It creates a very big resistance and a very big pressure on yourself that one day I need to lose my life and I need to clean. No. You eat something, you clean immediately. You wash dishes immediately. You wash some dress and it needs to be, for example, ironed or steamed. You steam immediately. I love that cute emoji. Immediately. And in that book, it explains that in order for you to avoid any mess, any chaos that happens in the house, any disorder, is you have to clean immediately. You have to put things where you took them from. This is a golden rule, what I want you to learn today, that I command order and I clean immediately. So next time, whenever you take something, you take, for example, this earbuds. You take them, you use them, after a while, you put them, after you finish, you put exactly where you took them from. You took a paper, okay, great. You do something with that paper, you write on a paper. After that, for example, notebook, you leave it exactly where you took it from. So you don't live anywhere, you live exactly where you took from, where you took it from. This is the golden rule that I have for years, and it helped me to have complete order in my life. Now, before I was coming here for our training, I need to dress up, I need to do my makeup, I need to choose my dress, to choose my heels and everything. Now, if you go to my house right now with a camera on, you will see everything is on the place. There is not bombing happening. You know, the dresses are not over the. In fact, I knew exactly which dress I'm going to wear. This dress got steamed and I came. There are no other dresses on a sofa or on a bed or on a chair. There is absolutely no such thing. My makeup, I use my makeup. I have a special vanity, special corner, and every brush is in its place. There is nothing on a table. There is nothing on a floor. So every time when I leave the house, I actually make sure that everything is on its place, because many times I was going out and then I was coming with my friends and I never wanted to be embarrassed that the house is not clean. Of course, you can order for a maid to come, but that person comes usually once or twice a week. But you have to learn as a classy lady, the etiquette, number one etiquette of all generations is learn to have order and clean immediately. Organize immediately. Immediately. Oh, after 1 day, 1 week, 1 hour. Immediately. And you know, sometimes when I come, for example, to the hotel or beautiful lounges or restaurants, whatever I do, I bring something with me. After I leave, if I have moved this pillow, if I have moved, and I did, I will put it exactly where it was. Because these people are not my slaves, they're not responsible for me. I wanted this to be here. I wanted the flowers to be here. They were in a completely different place. I put them the way I want. After that, I have a responsibility to put and organize everything immediately after I leave. And this is given me so much happiness in life, because when the space is clear, when the space is organized, your mind, your eyes relax. I would like to teach you one aspect that will help you in your life, that try to eliminate noise from the things. It's called visual noise. Right now, what you're seeing, the green plants, beautiful sofa, beautiful pillows, it's fluffy, it's comfortable, it's light, it's beautiful. Right now, your nervous system actually is relaxing. Right now, you're not stressed out. Right now, everything is fine. Now, if you see things, imagine I have books, imagine I have here shopping bags, imagine that I'm wearing coats and I'm changing my scarf, it will be a lot of visual noise. And imagine it's a lot of people walking here and talking on a phone. Imagine someone is cleaning. That is a visual noise, and the nervous system gets incredibly tired. Have you noticed when you go somewhere and you see a lot of people, a lot of noise, a lot of things are happening, or even in your house, if it's a mess, you get tired? Why? Because our eyes are connected with our nervous system. Whatever you see either calms down your nervous system or irritates your nervous system. So learn to organize your house. This is number one rule. Your clothes organized, your house organized, your thoughts organized, your books organized. Everything needs to be organized. And your phone is organized. You know, many generations ago, we didn't need to speak about, hygiene of the phone. But right now, you need to also organize your phone. Delete the emails you don't need. Delete the pictures you don't need. Delete unquality things that you are saving. You know, delete things. Delete even contacts that you don't have any contact with. Because contact means, like in a phone, it says contacts. I always thought that means I need to have a contact with this person. So if I didn't speak with someone 1 year, why am I keeping them? I have no contact with them. So it's a very interesting thing. And I do this decluttering all the time in my life, like a digital decluttering. So this is number one. I command order and I clean immediately. Number two, I keep my feminine days private and I rest. I really wanted to discuss this. Now, when we are women, we have our special days. I always call them either feminine days or special days, when we go through our cycle. And it's painful and it's difficult. And as much as I would like you to share with the world your pain for them to help you and support you and carry you on their hands, it is actually inappropriate. I wanted to teach you one core message that will help you to behave a little bit differently in the future. A feminine woman, classy, elegant woman, never discusses her feminine days. Never, never. It is considered incredibly inappropriate. First of all, it's very private. And you have to understand that is not something that is beautiful. That is not something that is very light. Order and hygiene. I keep my feminine days private and I rest. Thank you so much for the summary. In older times, in fact, women were not even leaving their houses. In ancient times, women, when they had their feminine days, they will go to other side of the tribe where women were also having feminine days. They will isolate themselves from the tribe and stay with those women who also have feminine days, and they will be alone. They will not even be with their families or with their husbands. So that was a very private and sacred experience. And now we are calmly talking about it online, discussing those things. I want you to understand one thing: it is not allowed. And in fact, it is a little bit inappropriate. I will explain to you. I have watched some videos, and in there I can see women are connecting. Yay, catch live now. Yes, you're here, welcome. Women, they are starting their life, or they're starting their training or a video, and they're saying, oh, you know, today I don't feel very good because I'm on my feminine day, so try to understand me. I was tired, I was taking a shower. And for me, it's a shock to my core. How can you connect with the world and just say like that on the camera that it's your feminine days? What do you think people imagine when you say that? People imagine blood, people imagine pain, people imagine dirtiness, uncleanliness, bad smell. So I want you to once for all make a rule for yourself that I will never ever discuss or tell or announce that I have my feminine days. And even if you go on a date with men as well, it's super private. Until the man is your husband and you're living in the same house that there is nowhere to run, then you can say, yes, honey, today I have my special days, so please try to be very careful with me, a little bit more gentle, because I'm a little bit vulnerable emotionally and physically. That's the only time you can bring it up, just to warn him that please try to be a bit more careful, take care of me more, because it's difficult time for me, difficult time period, just a few days. But we do not discuss this with anyone, and we do not discuss this with our girlfriends. A girlfriend is also a human being. So please learn once for all to keep your feminine days in private and rest. Just rest. And I suggest you to sleep as much as you want. Do not leave your house if you do not want. Eat anything that you crave. Watch any movies that you want and cry. Allow yourself to rest. Do not discuss it with anyone, but just allow yourself to rest. And this is intimate, you know, some things women do and they don't realize that it's not really allowed. Remember, there is a scene in Gentlemen Prefer Blonde when Marilyn Monroe, they're walking into the hotel. Of course, her name is different there, but they're walking into the hotel, and her friend is saying, oh, show us where the room is because my feet are hurting. I can't wait to remove my shoes because my feet are hurting. And Marilyn, she stands, she said, Lorelai, I think her name is Lorelai Lee in the movie, yes. And she says to her friend that, please, a lady never discusses these things, that she's in pain, that her feet are hurting, that she needs to remove the shoes. And she says, please, a lady never discusses this. She's telling her friend off, warning that stop, don't go further. And I love that part of the movie because it shows very highly about the classiness of her, of that character, and what women used to represent. And of course we have pain when we are walking in the heels, but I will never in the millions years admit that I have my feminine days, or that I have pain in my feet. Some things need to be between you and you, or you and God. That's it. It's an intimate, feminine, special days. It's yours. Please do not discuss it with the world. It's unclassy and it's against the etiquette. Now let's go through number 3. Number 3 is I'm picky with food and containers. And I want to explain what I mean by containers. One time I went to see my friend and she was cooking red beans, and I really liked how she put like a bell pepper and she put seasoning. It was a really nice meal with the meat. It was a meat and red beans. And I said, wow, it's so well cooked. It's so soft. How did you cook it? And she said, oh no, I just bought it from like a shop. And she showed me the can. It was like a, you know, can for me, it's an association with the war. So she showed me this can, and I love those beans so much. I said, can you give me one until I find like in a glass jar? She gave me that can. I brought home so I can find the brand. And I was looking at that can, and my kitchen is so beautiful with beautiful things. And I'm looking at that can and I'm thinking, am I in war? Why this cheap can is in here? And I felt so down. And I was trying to open the can and I could not open it because I didn't even have a can opener. So I'm trying to open with a knife. I'm putting myself in danger, and I'm thinking, I can't even break it. It's like a war. We are hidden in a mountain. Someone is shooting and we're trying to open the can with a knife because we need to eat some beans to not die. And once for all, of course I didn't open, I couldn't do it, so I threw it in a bin, and I went to the shop the same night. It was very late in the night. I booked a taxi, I went to the shop. This is hilarious, yes. I know, but this is exactly what was happening. Imagine me, I was trying with a knife and it's not opening. So I ordered the taxi, and I went to the store. It was very late, but we have 24 hours, the store is open. And I went and I said, do you have red beans in the glass jar? And he said, yes, we have. It was very big. That means it was cooked. I love your top. It's not a top, it's a dress. It's a dress. It's a very magical long dress, and you can see it on the display. It's a very long dress, you can see. And then it goes like black, and then it goes white, if you can see it, and then black again. It's a very beautiful dress, as you can see. Stunning, yes. I love dresses, so I love the hands as well, like the way that it's done, the buttons, like in older times. I absolutely love it. It's just so classy. So it's a maxi dress until my ankles. Very beautiful. So I got those beans. I came home with that glass jar, and I was happy. And then, of course, I ordered real beans that I need to cook myself, because I really like the red beans. They have like an interesting taste. But this story teaches you about the containers. I will suggest you, if we're not going through the war, do not have any containers. Do not have beans. There are different things. You can have corn, you can have tomato, pasta, all these things. If you can, try to buy them in a glass. And glass, when they close, it's like marinated. It lasts longer. When you buy, for example, pickles and it's in the glass jar, it lasts longer. And it's better. It's glass. It's the most natural thing that we can get from the nature, that is the most protective, because can, you have to understand, is not a clean material. Plastic is not a clean material. Only glass doesn't have scent, doesn't take any odor inside, doesn't store chemicals. And when the glass has a contact with the sun, also doesn't become worse. So for example, if you have right now bottle of water that is plastic, and it gets in contact with the sun, the plastic is melting, but you don't see it, but it's melting in a very small percentage, and that melting process creates chemical reaction. That chemical reaction goes in that water, and then you drink that. That's why they say that plastic creates, a very big disease that people die from, and that's why America has that disease the most. Which disease? I just don't like to say that name, so we don't invite it, in our like live in our session. But it's a disease, it's called, some people who are born in July, that's their, it's that animal with the, claws, So going back to the containers, is no cans, no plastic, no cheap plastic bags, no some foil, aluminum, all these things, none of that. If you want to buy anything, if you want to have anything, if you want to store anything, it has to be in a glass container. And some people say, but if I take my lunch, if I take some salad, they are glass containers from very good brands, and you can store your fruit, you can store your berries, and they taste wonderful. So every plastic container needs to put in a bin. And I remember I read this article where they were talking about, how many chemicals are in the plastic containers. I threw everything that I had. I don't have any boxes, I don't have any paper things, I don't have any plastic, I don't have any cans, I don't have anything of that in my house. Only have glass. If anything needs to be anywhere, it's in a glass. And even if I buy oil, I have a container for the oil that is from the glass, and I pour it into that glass container that is from the glass, and that's how I pour my oil. This is the same with water. I drink the water, I pour it into a glass jug, and it has like a gold detailing, and then I pour it into my glass cup, and this is how I drink. So try to eliminate any containers that are cans or plastic. And I also want to mention regarding being picky about food. Picky, it's actually a very good word, and don't let anyone to put you down if you are being picky. You have to choose your food. So one time I was in a restaurant with my friend, and she's blonde, so sometimes when the hair falls, you can actually see it in the food. And her hair fell in her salad, and she's like, I can't eat this, even it's her hair. I said, sure, push it away, and we will order another one. And I love that she even it's her own hair, she didn't want to eat the salad anymore because hair also contains dirt, also contains bacteria. And then she got her next salad, and the second salad that they brought, they made it really quick. She could see, and I could see as well, that some of the salad leaves were not really nice. They were a little bit rotten. You know that feeling when it's green, but it's a bit black or big brown. So they were not really good quality, and I saw it because they made it so quick. Maybe they took the old one. I don't know. But there were a lot of leaves that were not really fresh, and it didn't look good. And so she said, "Oh my God, I don't know what to do. I don't want to send it back." But it was just few, maybe 4 or 5. You can see there on top. I said, "But why can't you remove it? Why do you feel obligated to eat it? Why can't you take your fork and remove it?" She's like, "No, but you know, this is a salad, is made, this has a sauce." So what I did, I took a plate, the small plate that was for the butter, we already ate. I took the leaves that are damaged, that are rotten, and I put it away. And she said, she's like, "Wow, Tatvik, I never thought that I actually can choose and pick the leaves I eat." I said, "You know, I love rocket, and sometimes I'll buy a rocket salad, just a pack of rocket, has nothing else inside. And I have Greek yogurt, for example, with olives. And I will literally pick each of them, which one I want to eat and which one I don't want to eat. I throw it in another plate. I will pick every single rocket. That's how picky I am, because I do not want to put anything in my mouth that is rotten, that is not good quality, that is not fresh." So I want you to have this huge pickiness. When you go to the store, you pick the banana. Oh, does it look nice? Or this part is a bit rotten. This part is a bit soft. This part is a little bit dark. You know, sometimes when you're cutting potato and it has like a black side, that needs to be cut. No, I'm not going to eat that. I'm not going to fry that. You have to be picky. Start being picky about every orange. Squeeze it. Every tomato. Touch it. Squeeze it. Understand, okay, this is good quality. Is fresh. Is high quality or not. Every single food that goes into your mouth has to be picked. And I will explain to you why. Your nervous system and your subconscious mind has a little bit like a child inside. When you are forcing yourself to eat something that is not good quality, that is not fresh, your subconscious mind actually gets offended. It might not communicate that with you, but it stores that memory that, "Oh yeah, she feed me rotten things. She gives me the cake that expired. She uses the eggs that do not smell nice. She's drinking the milk, putting me in dangers that already expired one day ago. She's eating the Greek yogurt that is too runny." Whatever I buy, then to offend my subconscious. Can you hear me? Okay, great. Wonderful. So we are becoming picky about our food, about the soups that we order, about the food in the restaurants, about the food that we cook. You know, one time I cooked the food and I was expecting it to be good because it was like a mix that is ready. You just pour in the pan, and I didn't like it. And after I cooked it, I throw it away. I was like, "I don't like this. I don't like the taste." And then one more thing I really want to teach: do not eat food that is burned, even if it's a little burn. They say scientifically when a food gets burned, that blackness in a food is actually considered poison. So one time, not one time, sometimes I put the food to cook and I go to somewhere else and the food can be burned. And then I come and I think, okay, I'm going to cook again. I do not touch burnt food. I do not eat burnt food. And in a restaurant, once I order meat and you can see it's a little bit burnt. I said, "I ordered medium rare. This is burnt. I'm not going to eat this." Communicate your boundaries. I do not eat burnt food. Food that is not fresh, food that is not cooked well. And it need to look nice. It needs to look nice as well. So please feel free to be a little bit like a baby. You see food you don't like, push it away. Like, no, like be very stubborn. Be very picky with your food and with the containers that you use in your life. You were mentioning in other video about how you don't use utensils of other people or restaurants, but you got cut off. Can you hear me? Let me know if I'm back. Yeah, I'm back. Wonderful. Thank you so much for letting me know. Yes, regarding utensils, is that I don't like to use other people's things. I remember this story actually. I was telling that I was in Airbnb and I had plates and I had cutlery and I didn't use them. I ordered my own from Amazon, the plates I ordered, and my own gold cutlery, the real one, the stainless steel, and I used mine. I just feel that if it's Airbnb, there are other people who have been there before. And I don't know the energy, I don't know how they were eating, I don't know how they're cooking. So I always order wherever I live, wherever I go, they usually supply. And even in hotels, they supply, but I don't use. I always order mine because I stayed in many hotels that they have a kitchen as well in the hotel, in my room. So as a living room has a kitchen, so I like this suites more. And they would have plates, they will have the cutlery, but somehow I never wanted to use. I will order plates and cutlery. It's a set of plates, so it has, you know, the soup plate, the big plate, the small plate. And then I use my own. Can you please let me know if you can hear me? Someone is saying the sound is off. Can someone tell me if you can hear me okay before I continue? You can hear me now? I hear you well. I can hear you. Wonderful. Thank you so much for confirming. So yes, picky about my food, picky about the containers, and picky when you go and stay there somewhere for holiday, when you're in the hotels. Of course, when you're in a restaurant, you cannot say, I'm not going to use your plate. That's the only exception that actually I use the plate, but that's the only exception. Imagine you come to the restaurant, 1 second I have my own plate. That will be funny. But you know, if you want, you can do that as well. That will be completely fine. One time I came to the restaurant and I was in that restaurant before and they never have a table cover. But it really suits to have a table cover because it's romantic and I was with my man. So the next time when I came to that restaurant, I had a table cover with me and I said, can I just put my table cover? And they laughed at me. Now that restaurant has table covers, thanks to me. So yes, you can do big changes, you know. Hi Tetevik, you have a great posture. 1 second, let me see. Do you have some tips for better our posture? Well, I have to have a good posture because of, you know, when women have a bigger upper body, it's more weight to hold. So if I don't have a great posture, it will make, you know, when older women become like this. So I know this rule about in general for the future. So the only way that I will tell you how to have a great posture is that you constantly are aware of how you sit. And this is, for example, normal for me. You can see in all videos, in all pictures, the way I take pictures, I'm always straight because I have taught this myself when I was very young. So the best thing is self-awareness, that how am I sitting right now? How am I right now? And they say that every time when you leave the house, just come to any wall and just put yourself, so the head, the back, every part of your back part of your body touches the wall. And you know, when they in old times used to walk with the books on their head, that also helps. That I absolutely confirm that it helps. And posture is the easiest tip I will tell you is like throwing yourself a little bit backwards. Just imagine it's like, oh, I don't like this. That movement is helping you to have a posture. Just imagine right now, if you can just do this movement, you put your shoulders back and down, exactly like this, back and down. And then it's like, oh no, please don't come next to me. No, don't come close. This is the movement that you do, and you see the posture is ready. So great question. All right, let's move for the next one, which is number 4. That is the last one in here. I have cleanliness routine, and I'm consistent. Please, if you can write that summary. I have cleanliness routine, and I'm consistent with that routine. I will explain to you one rule that I have throughout my whole life, that there was no day in my life that no matter what I did, if I lay down on a sofa, lay down on a bed all day, which I cannot possibly do because my whole body needs movement, but if I do not do anything and I do not move, I still in the end of the day will go and take a shower. Because you know, we sweat even when we don't feel that we're sweating. We use energy. Our body is constantly going through different procedures. We're moving, we're touching things, we are eating something. So we need to brush our teeth, we need to wash our body. We have to take a shower in the end of the day. And I really want to tell you, order and hygiene. I have cleanliness routine and I'm consistent with that routine. Wonderful. Thank you so much for a summary. And what I will tell you in the end of the day, try to focus on the shower in the end of the day. Some people take it in the morning, then they go to work, then they come home, then they go to the gym, they eat, and then they go to sleep. My question was like, but okay, you shower in the morning, but you got dirty throughout the day, and then you went to sleep in that bed. So when you walk in the street, you have dirt actually going inside of your hair. So when you come home, what you need to do is you need to brush your hair. You can spray a little bit water and then brush your hair to get the dirt and dust, because when you're sleeping, the hair is going to travel and touch your body, and that is how pimples and redness gets created. This is how a lot of blemishes get created, because of the transferred bacteria from the hair. And my question was, for example, if you spend all day running, talking, sweating, and then you go to bed, that bed is actually not clean. So I never lay down on my bed if I did not take a shower. One time I was so tired about it was events, I had pictures, we had a dinner, it was full day, and I was so tired that when I came home, I just thought, let me just lay down 1 second, and I fell asleep in 1 second. But body is smart body. It woke up after 15 minutes. Hello, I need to take a shower. And I was tired and I was sleepy, and I went and I took a shower with my closed eyes. I was sleeping in a shower. I swear to you, it was a moment of nice rest. I was showering with my closed eyes, but I showered. And then I went to bed, because my obligation as a woman, this is the etiquette of a man and a woman and a child, that I have consistent routine. I have my cleanliness routine, and my cleanliness starts with a shower. And I will tell you, sometimes I take a shower in the morning as well when I need to go, especially in the summer. It refreshes me, but it does not illuminate the fact that I have to take a shower in the evening. You want to take in the morning? No problem. You can take in the afternoon, absolutely fine. But you have one obligation: shower every night. Now, regarding washing your hair, it depends on the length. As longer the hair, as rarely you need to wash, as shorter it is, then it is more often. So hair we're washing maybe once or twice a week, depending on the length, and make sure that you have the heat protector when you're drying. This is very important, because in long term it actually creates like a protective barrier for the hair. So shower every day, without discussion. This is a number one cleanliness rule in etiquette. And I want to also mention, a lot of times, especially this is something that women suffer a lot, that they do very beautiful makeup, and I absolutely agree with you. When I do nice makeup, for me as well, like, I don't want to wash it, it's so beautiful, I don't want to do it tomorrow. But women do not wash their makeup. They sleep with the makeup and then they go with that makeup next day. And that is a huge problem, because your pores are fully closed. There are chemicals that are producing, because the sweat, the skin, it's closed in some way. If you think about it, it's closed. And also you have to understand, during the day you have accumulated a lot of dirt and bacteria on your face. So if you're sleeping with that, the bacteria is trying to go inside the pores. So wearing makeup is absolutely great, and I love wearing makeup, and I suggest women to wear makeup. But in the end of the day, no matter how beautiful your makeup or your lipstick or your mascara or your eyeliner, how perfectly you made it, it has to be washed. This is a cleanliness routine law. No makeup when you sleep. And imagine what you're creating on your pillow. If I sleep like this, imagine the red lipstick, the foundation, all on a pillow. How? I cannot even imagine my life like this. There was no night in my life, throughout the years of my life that I lived, very many years in this world, I have never slept with my makeup on. Never. And if I visit my friends, if I stay somewhere, even it's like, one night something and there are some other people, I will still wash my makeup. And I thought, oh, what they think, oh, that I look, how I look without makeup. It's not important for me, because I'm a human being. Of course you are going to see me without makeup. And you know me, that I don't wear too much makeup. I don't do like a baking. I don't do harsh lines. So actually, I look like this. I look very similar to this without makeup. It's not a big difference. So try to learn and make yourself a law that I shower every day, no matter what, in the end of the day, and I always remove makeup. Always. It's an obligation of a human being, because you were not born with a makeup. So that means it's something externally you put, that means I need to remove. And the last in here I want to mention about, don't forget about your spa days, which doesn't mean that you need to go to actual spa, but very often I create a spa in my house where that day is only for me. I do my eyebrows, I do my nails, I wash my hair in a slow motion movement, where I put the shampoo, where I put the conditioning. And conditioning, understand that conditioner in general is not, when people say for the ends, this is not the end of my hair. This is the end of my hair. This. It starts when the head finishes. You know where you have the hair, which is a head hair. The moment this part finishes, this end starts from here. This is your end. So conditioning needs to be in here, all the way here. And then, of course, I do my pedicure if I need to do, cut the nails, organize the nails, file the nails. I do big masks, and then I put the creams, I take a bath. So I take my time. And for 3, 4, 5 hours, 7 hours, whatever it takes, I do my beauty procedures. I wear special masks for the hands. I put special masks for the feet. You know, if any hair removal needs to be done, everything gets organized in a slow motion, in a not rushing, not cutting yourself with a razor, not plucking one eyebrow in the wrong place, without rush. And that's why I chose this word. I am consistent with this routine. Doesn't matter how tired I am, doesn't matter where I travel, I'm consistent. And you know what I do? I do this lately, and I really love it. So when I wake up in the morning, and I know that, I don't need to go right now anywhere, and I sleep sometimes late, depending what time I fall asleep. You know what I do? I put like these pouches under the eyes. Then I put a thick cream that is like a very thick consistency. I put that cream, face cream, as a mask, and on top of that cream I put a very light body cream that is very light consistency. So I mix these two consistencies, in the beginning thick cream and then very light cream, and I put on the neck, I put here décolleté part, and I just wear like a scarf, just a scarf. So this part I'm warm, but this part is getting nourished with the cream. And that's how I walk. This is my morning. I'm fully covered with the cream. I use the cream as my mask. Of course, I wash my face before. And then I wash my cream, I remove the eye patches, and then slowly I can do my makeup. But this is my spa procedure. I'm consistent with that. So choose what is your routine, what makes you happy, what makes your skin happy, and stick to this. Now let's summarize everything we discussed. We are just finishing the chapter that is called Order and Hygiene. This is #1 chapter. In here we have 4 elements that is describing the etiquette of a lady that is classy and how she lives her life. #1 was I command order and cleanliness, and I clean immediately. So I say order in my room, and whatever I touch, wherever I take, I put it back immediately. I clean after myself. #2, I keep my feminine days private and I rest. It means no one, no my men that I'm dating, no my friends, no one on a camera especially needs to know that I have private days. They're private for me, special days for me, my feminine days, and I just rest. #3 is that I am picky with food and the containers that I use. It means I am allowed to remove the salad leaf that is rotten or doesn't look good for me, and I do not use plastic bottles, plastic cups, plastic paper. I do not use different boxes to store things. I buy professional containers, and I do not use cans. I'm too valuable, and I'm not in war zone. And #4, we discussed that I have a cleanliness routine. I have cleanliness routine, and I'm consistent with it. In here we discussed that I always take shower in the end of the day, no matter what. I remove my makeup, and I create my own spa procedure routine that is for me, and I stay consistent with that years, not one day, 1 week. Consistency means all the time. Now this was wonderful. We did amazing first chapter. Let me see your questions. Get relaxed. If you need to pause, if you need to have something to drink, definitely do that. I'll go through your few questions, and then after this break, we will go to the second chapter, and we're doing amazing. Thank you everyone for being in here. Yes, I love your dresses, so classy. Thank you. You inspire the beauty in me. Thank you that you exist, Etiquette. You're welcome. Thank you for saying that. I believe that one woman can change thousands and thousands of women by just existing, by just being. So I accept your compliment. You're very sweet. I did my nails how you suggested yesterday. I can tell a big difference in how strong they feel. So no bending. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm happy you followed the advice. This was a girl. She was saying how to do it so it's more steady, so it's more thick. So I suggested to do 2 coats for a regular nail polish, and then put the top cover, you know, for the shine. So for example, you have red or pink nails, you do 2 coats, you rest, let it dry, and then you put the top coat for the shyness, and it actually creates barrier. And I was explaining that try to also put your nail polish on top of the top of your finger and on the side, so it covers the nail from breakage. And she did it and it worked wonderful. I'm happy to hear that. Off topic, I just saw an older woman with the blue and green hair, woman wearing pajamas, women overweight with a short top, and I thought of you. I wanted to send them your channel, No Travel Etiquette. Yes, because women nowadays behave like they have no home, they are looking homeless, or they look like a tomboy, or they look like I'm free, I can do whatever I want. You cannot do whatever you want. You know, by the etiquette and by the law of human beings in general, if you carefully think about it, we cannot do whatever we want. We live in a society. If you buy your own island, you know, when I was living and traveling in Sweden, I saw an island, like in the middle of the, we were traveling with a yacht, and I saw an island disconnected from the whole world. You can buy that island, I can send you the location, and then you can do blue hair and wear your pajamas. But as long as you are in a society, it is against etiquette and it's against of disrespecting other people. If you are wearing clothing that are too short, especially in the Muslim countries, you are disrespecting people. Police can actually arrest you. So think about these things. And whatever you're saying, you know, you wanted to send in my channel, yes, just print like a business cards with like a channel, link, and just slowly throw or put in their bag when they don't see you. You know, just walk in the street and just let the channel name be on the floor. But yes, I'm joking, but maybe I'm not. I'm also picky like this, but sometimes people think that I'm rude when I reject food that I don't like that. I don't care what people think. That's my life. This is my mouth. I'm responsible only for this. This is my baby. This is my baby. I have one baby, and when I get married, I have more babies, but this is my baby, and I'm responsible how she feels. My subconscious get offended. Who cares that they think I'm rude? So it's better for them to think I'm nice, but my subconscious is crying and upset with me, or it's better for me to have peace with myself, where my subconscious says, yes, I can trust her. She will send food 3 times. My mom takes care of me. My dad takes care of me, if you're a man listening. So learn one big sentence: I don't care what other people think. Do you think I care what other people think right now? No, this is my life, this is my purpose, this is my life, this is training. I'm just here. I don't care who is looking, who is taking video of me, who is taking picture of me, who is thinking whatever they're thinking. I don't care. This is their business. I'm minding my own business. So learn to say, I don't care. And you can be the rude person, arrogant person, aggressive person. They can think whatever you want, but your mouth is going to be happy, your belly is going to be happy, your subconscious mind is going to be happy. So what is more important? What is more important? Put in a weight and say, I am more important. So thoughts of other people are empty delusions. What a cute emoji! I love this. There's a thank you so much for the super chat. It's like a beautiful person like sending kisses. Such a cute emoji, and the color is so cute. Thank you. I appreciate you. I see you. If you have any questions, let me know. Hi Tetevik. You have a great this one I read about the posture, and yes, I woke up, work out, shower, get ready, food for the day. I get ready for the food for the day, go about my day, then shower before bed. Wonderful plan of the day. Wonderful plan of the day. Can copy this routine of this girl and follow it. What brand of hand cream do you recommend? I don't have like one. They said that Avena is very good because it has like oatmeal, but I found it really sticky. But it was like something that I used in a past. But I don't have a specific brand, and I try to not use like Victoria's Secret, those type of brands, because it has a lot of chemicals and a lot of alcohol, a lot of perfume. So what I did in Amazon, I put organic luxury hand creams. It gave me brands that I don't even know the names of, like I've never seen. They're organic, they're like the sources are no cruelty free, so it's a very good touch. I bought 5 of them. I honestly don't know the names of them, but I just put organic luxury hand creams, and it gave me, and I bought them and I'm using them. The ingredients, when I read, there is no alcohol, there is no perfume, there are no chemicals, so I use them, and they have nice scent, natural scent, because it has aloe vera or strawberry or extract of the coconut. The best cream is always with coconut, with some kind of oily avocado, all these things are going to be good. So I suggest you to find in Amazon, just put organic hand creams and have a look at the ingredients. So no perfume, no alcohol, no chemicals, and of course cruelty free, and just buy and see which one you like by the scent. So don't rely on big mass production like Nivea, L'Oreal. Those creams I do not buy. It's a mass production and it's full of chemicals. It's full, and it's actually dangerous for your skin. So try that. I would suggest you. What's your thoughts on this? Should women do their beauty procedures in front of their husbands, or should it be private like in 1950s? Absolutely private. In older times, they were not actually allowed for a man to come when a woman was delivering babies. Now, a man is not only there, but he's filming that private area. In older times, men would wait outside or in the living room when woman was even putting her shoes or coat or a scarf. He would see her only like a ready result. Now, men are going inside the room and seeing how she's doing mask or shaving her legs. In my mind, it's absolutely inappropriate. And when I even had a man who is coming, for example, to pick me up, and he knows, and in our culture, if your family is there, he can come, he can sit, he can speak with them, I would still say wait. I will not invite him to my room to see the process, how I'm going to get ready. It's not allowed. The only thing a man can see if you're doing your makeup, because he has seen your bare face, so that is normal. So I would say to you, everything else, shaving should never be seen by anyone. It's very private, and actually it's not a very beautiful scene. Think about it. Doing showering, washing your hair, whitening your teeth, doing masks. You want to do a mask, you go to the bathroom, you take your beautiful shower, or you want to take a bath, you put your mask, you do not come off from the bathroom until the mask is done. You do not come off. That's why women were beautiful. That's why women were cherished. That's why women were celebrated, because they knew that what is private, this is private. They knew what it was private. Nowadays, nothing is private. People give birth on the camera and they put on YouTube. They get proposed and they put it on Instagram. How did we come to this point? How did we ruin ourselves? And that's why femininity was killed, because femininity is mystery. Femininity is privacy. Femininity it's an intimate world. It's very intimate. You do not get to see me naked. You do not get to see me when I'm doing private procedures. You do not get to know when I have my feminine days. It's intimate world. Femininity is very, very expensive energy. I always say that. That means it's not on a public display. So because he's your husband, no, still beauty procedures need to be done in private. Beauty procedures always need to be done in private. Remember this. It will make your life more beautiful, and you will be mystery for your man. You will be something like a delicious prize, instead of, oh yeah, oh God, I see her procedures, I'm scared. You don't want this disgust from him. You want wow, she's amazing. You want that action. My love, any advice for how to bring up dowry price and other things I'm asking for marriage, or should I have my father ask? First of all, definitely father should ask. If you have a father who can protect you, definitely it's a family communication. You don't go as a girl on a date when you are having romantic dinner. I want to discuss what you need to pay for dowry, what's the price, or what you need to do. We need to check your documents. We need to see if you actually have a job and salary or savings. No, you go on a date, you enjoy him, and the moment it goes to the more escalating conversations about marriage, serious intentions, that you say, okay, I will make sure that I'll speak with my family, and then they will speak about these things with you. You are the princess. You are the person who is relaxing, who is joyful, who is being chosen. You are not your own advocate. You are not your own protector. You are not your own inspector. You have father, mother, sister, brother. They invite that person. You can be present, no problem, but they are the ones. Okay, so my dear gentleman, so what is your job? What is your income? What are your savings? Okay, this is the dowry price that we have for our family. Can you afford to pay this? Do you have a car? Do you have a house on your name? Can you put her on the deed for your house? These things, if you have a father, you're a very lucky girl. He needs to be the one to discuss. And some people who do these services as well. Even if you have nobody, I will go to any attorney and I will hire that attorney to do these things for me. So I have a protector. You know, I love this. There is, Range Rover, and there is Land Rover, and there is a car, Defender. And I just love that. I took a picture one time. My neighbor bought a new car, Defender, and it's like on all the big letters on the nose of the car. And why I'm telling you this story, I thought the car is sending such a masculine energy of provider, that I'm the defender. The car is communicating with us that you deserve to have someone who defends you, who protects you. I will not be shocked if I see a car who says protector, provider, defender. I'm like, what a wonderful name. On top of the car's, his nose, where the motor is, the engine part. I was like, wow. So you deserve to have someone who defends you and protects you and provides, So let your father ask these things if you have it, that option. Oh my God, I had the same thought about not letting my husband to be in the room during pregnancy. Yes, he should not be, for the next time. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I agree. I see couples post so many intimate things like this on social media. I completely disagree with what they're doing, and I completely do not watch a couple channels. I do not watch because I do not believe one single word that you say. I do not believe one single kiss, because it is impossible to record a natural kiss. It's impossible to kiss when you know that thousands of people are going to watch. So it's all fake and it's disrespectful. I don't want to see how you kiss. I'm not interested. It's private. So we have lost the privacy, and that's why women have lost their value and dignity. Women is cheap nowadays because she allows these things. If you say, no, what are you talking about? I'm not recording any kissing video with you. I'm not recording any pranks with you. Prank is disrespect. You're fooling me, fooling with me, making jokes, inappropriate things, scaring me. There was a prank that they did that they scared the woman when she comes in with the baby, and it has millions views, and I'm like, that baby is crying, that woman is terrified. Okay, you have millions views, but you absolutely have no dignity. A gentleman does not allow his woman to be on social media doing intimate things. If a man allows you, you know this is not a protector. Hi beautiful, what are your thoughts on cosmetic surgery for breasts? After finishing breastfeeding, I look quite different and struggle to feel beautiful during intimacy. I feel very disappointed that I feel this way. As a strict Orthodox Christian, I feel very ashamed that I can't get over the preoccupation. Thoughts? First of all, you have to understand one thing. Do you know how lucky you are that you were able to have children? How lucky you were that you could breastfeed that child. You know, some women do not get milk, some women do not have breasts, some women cannot have children. So every time when you feel like, oh, I'm ashamed, I look different, my chest part is different, you think, oh, wait, okay, 1 second, but can we talk about the minuses? I was able to give birth. I was able to feed this child. And they say if you breastfeed, that child has a connection with you and is going to be emotionally more stable than a child that is not breastfed. And what you can do to wear a very beautiful lingerie with a little bit of lace until you be comfortable, and let him know, not that you feel ashamed or that you don't feel comfortable, but say, this is like, I want to have this mystery. Can I wear these beautiful things for you to show? And then of course you can always, thank you, you're welcome, but you can always turn off the light. But you have to understand one thing: man does not care. So they did a research because women was they asked what women think. So for example, after the pregnancies, you know, women have like a sagginess and scars on their belly. They have even scars on the intimate parts. They have sagging breasts. They have the breast looking completely out of the shape, or like a breast of a 90-year-old grandmother. And all women were saying, yes, it's important. Oh yes, it affects how he sees me. Yes, men don't like that. And then they did a research with the men. Men said, oh, I didn't notice. So there was a man who said, I did not notice stretch marks. How can you not notice? He said, I never noticed. You said now, and I understand that you have. So these women were, these people who were interviewed, they were couples. So all women in the research were saying, yes, it's important. Yes, I've changed. I look different. He will not like me. He will not want me. And then their spouses, their like the companions were saying, oh, I don't notice that you have this. I don't see that the breasts are sagging, or that you have stretch marks, or you have scars on the belly. I don't see it. Because men can, I will tell you one thing that is very difficult for a woman to understand, because we're very particular and we can see every little thing. That's why we pluck eyebrows and we know, oh, I have one hair here. Men see you as one picture. And in the end of the date, if you ask what color of lipstick I was wearing, he'll be like, pink? I was like, it was red. So they don't even acknowledge the specific color. So they see you as one whole picture. You have, first of all, nothing to worry about, and need to be very grateful, very prideful in a positive way. Oh my God, I was able to have children. I was able to feed my children. I was doing what I was supposed to do by the design of a woman. And this, when you said what to do with the surgery, I will tell you one thing. A lot of women who do surgery, 75%, and this is a research you can read because the biggest universities of the world done it, they regret. Yes, it looks more perky, more firm and everything, but they regret because they don't feel now comfortable, because they don't look like exactly how they were. So you will never look exactly like you were. We change every year, but plastic surgery is not going to be a solution, because men in general do not like enhanced breasts, because they cannot touch them, they cannot squeeze them, and they actually say it feels like a plastic, it feels very hard. So they don't like that feeling. And you know, we had in university, I remember we had two girls. One was very beautiful, and she was like the youngest. And you know, all men were after her, and she was like very open to go on a date. And the other girl was a very simple girl. And you know who got married first? That other one. And she had a little extra weight, and her chest was not the most beautiful, but she got married first, and she had 3 kids. And that girl, who was very beautiful with a perfect chest, she never got married. And until now, she's paying for a man that she's living with. So I want you to understand that you are married. You have a husband who is still intimate with you, and you have a child. You have absolutely no reason to worry about anything. Plastic surgery, personally, I would not suggest you. There could be complications. And this is chest we're talking about. This is not your hand. This is intimate part. And for you to be more confident, you can do special exercises with the weights when you're, for example, lifting weights up, very low weights, 2, 3, 5 kilos. When you're lifting, it actually creates more resistance in the chest part. It lifts the chest and it creates muscles to be more firmer. So you can enhance your chest by exercises, by special exercise. This exercise also enhances. Or you're laying on the floor, Marilyn Monroe used to do that, and then you're just pushing your hands up with that weight. Even 2 kilos is enough. You don't have a weight, you can put just the bottles, 1.5 kilos, the bottle, the water, and then lift it. Let that be your weights. So be very grateful. Please don't do surgery if you can not do. And enhance with a beautiful lingerie, with beautiful dresses, and understand that if he's still intimate with you, he's still married with you, that doesn't matter, because he knows that it was not an accident, that it's a consequences of being pregnant. And I will tell you deep inside, men are not like this. If he still loves you, he kisses you, he's holding you, he caresses you, that means it doesn't bother him. The moment he will say, I completely refuse to be intimate with you, then please contact me. We will do a free consultation with you and for him. But I'm sure it's not like that. He loves you. And you have a child, you have a baby. What are we talking about? I'm not even answering the question. You have a baby. Great. Intimacy is for love, not looks. Yes, I agree. You see? People are supporting you as well. Thank you. You're welcome. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. All right. Are you ready for a second chapter? Let's get ready. Please, if you can write down, we are going to discuss the second chapter. It's called Peace and Respect. This is very important. It's part of the classy woman's etiquette. And in here, we're going to talk about communication with other people and understanding how to keep your energy and how to stop fighting with the world. Number 1 in here is that I don't entertain arguments and fights. Can someone please write a summary? So second biggest chapter is respect and peace. And number 1 bullet point in here is I don't entertain arguments and fights. I don't entertain arguments and fights. It means I do not participate in them. I'm not watching them, I'm not participating in them, and I do not initiate them. In here, I want you to understand that you can never change people. People are people, and some people are rude, some people are uneducated, some people are low class, some people are going to be disrespectful. Respect and peace. I don't entertain arguments and fights. Wonderful. Thank you so much for writing the summary. This is a wonderful student. Look at this. This is a consistent student, and this student is going to be blessed all her life because she does what she's supposed to do. Wonderful. You're wonderful. So in here, so what I mentioned, that you cannot change people. You have different people coming from different parts of the world. They have different trauma. They have different patterns. They have different limiting beliefs. They have different self-esteem and self-confidence. So if I need to argue with every person that I meet, I need to prove my point, I need to stand up for myself and show my boundaries with everyone, do you think something will be left from Tetevik? Yes, maybe something melted water, because we are created from the water. So I do not entertain arguments and fights. Why I chose these two words? Argument is when you don't understand each other, when you disagree. So misunderstanding, disagreement is argument. You are arguing with your words. Fight is actually when it's not only verbal, but it's also physical. That you're pushing someone is pushing you. That is dangerous. So I do not entertain arguments, so verbal, and I do not entertain fights that are physical. Why? Because I am one person. I have limited energy every day. Have you noticed that in the end of the day you get tired and then you go to bed, correct? Have you noticed that you get tired, that you need to recharge your battery? That means I have a limited amount of energy that is sent to my bank account as a gift. This has cost millions. So I'm giving these millions to random people, to a homeless person who comes to talk to me. I'm arguing with him. Don't you see that I'm a princess? Don't come to me. You're homeless. You're nobody. He will look at you, but I come to everyone. I ask money from everyone. So it's not his responsibility. It's my responsibility to cross the street so he doesn't come talk to me. You don't argue with cashiers. You do not fight with people pushing them because they're too close to you, or in an elevator because you want to go first. This is unladylike. This is unclassy. And I want you to know once for all, with you arguing and fighting with the world, with people, with men, or if you're a man, with women, so with opposite gender, pushing the dogs and cats in the street, arguing and looking meanly with children because they're loud. What are you actually creating in your life? Have you ever thought about it? You're creating huge vibration of negative energy, anger, resentment. You're fighting with the world. That means that day is ruined for you. That means there was no beautiful energy that day. There was no positivity that day. There was nothing beautiful in that day. You ruined your own day. So, and I'm telling you, this is from my example. I meet a lot of people that I might not like. I meet a lot of people that maybe I don't like, that they don't understand English, or they cannot do a simple job. I meet them, I see them. But one time I went to one hotel and they were not really nice. There was another girl sitting next to me and they thought that I'm with her. They came and asked me to pay for the bill. I said, I don't even know this person. And they're like, but you were sitting next to her. It was like one table, but like two different chairs, I said, but I was not with her. So they put the guilt on me. They start arguing. The security came. I'm like, I'm not even involved. Like, what on earth are you doing? And I was getting blue on my face, raising my voice and saying, I do not want to discuss this. You are rude. I was trying to stand up for myself, protect myself. And then I completely got upset because why would I pay for someone that I do not know? And then, of course, they could not pressure me, so I stood up and I just walked out, disappointed, upset. I wanted to cry because I was so upset, and I went to my driver. I started raising my voice and saying, how can they do this? Why they do it? And he's like, do you want me to go to talk to them? And then my man came, and I was 1 hour talking with him. My mom was sitting in a car, and I was talking with him. And my driver was outside, and I was telling how upset I am. Why am I telling you this story? Those 2 hours of my life, I was so irritated, so upset, so angry. And for what reason? Did it give me money? Did it help me in any way? Did it change anything in my life? No. Yes, my man, I'm grateful for him. I was with one man that I was dating, so it was quite new. He protected me. He said, I will go and speak with them. What do you want me to do? Both of them. Drivers said the same thing. They protected me, they listened to me, but I'm sitting there for 1 hour angry. red, blue, green in my face. I was having like a Christmas lights in my face because I was so angry. Why they do it? How they can do it? Why the security come? They put me this. This is disrespectful. So what? What did it change? Instead of, if I'm analyzing myself right now, what would I say? I would say, excuse me, I don't know this person, and I would need to stand up and walk away, without talking, without arguing, without having this big escalation of the misunderstanding. I don't even need to say anything. I will say, I'm not with her. You can check on the cameras. We came separately and we didn't speak with each other. Have a good day. I could do that. Or I could call my man and say, someone is annoying me, someone is upsetting me, can you please come and talk? I could just even say nothing, just stand up and walk away. Because I didn't have anything, I already paid my bill. So I could do many things. But I chose to argue. Well, I didn't argue, you understand my point. I was trying to stand up for myself, but it was unnecessary. And I upset myself. So thankfully, I'm so happy actually that this situation happened, because when I was sitting in a car with my man, I said to him, this is the first and the last time. I do not wish this kind of things. I do not want to be so angry. And he said, well done. So I want you to learn, I do not entertain arguments and fights. It's very bad for your nervous system. It's really hard to come back to normal after you're angry and you're upset and sad. It's very hard for us to come up. When we go down, it's incredibly hard. That's why it's so hard to get people out of depression or anxiety, because it's really dark energy. So I will suggest you to not argue, because to not put yourself in that darkness, because then it's really hard for you to come out. This is number one law, and learn from my experience. You can argue one time and leave it in the history of the world. And many times in my life, I want to argue. I want to put people in place. I want to stand up for myself. I want to say that you're disrespectful. I want to say that, how can you be so dumb? I really want, but I can't do it because I'm a classy lady. It does not help me. It upsets me. It puts me in a dark hole. And I just lost everything I wanted. My peace, my joy, my femininity. So it's a lot on stake. So I as well, myself, every time, every day when I want to, I'm like, no, we're not doing this. I hold your horses, I say. And I know this is not worth of me. I do not entertain arguments. And one time, just 2 days ago, there was a man who was not understanding what I want, and he's like, but this, I said, I'm not going to entertain this argument. And I walked. He wanted to argue with me, because you have to understand there are a lot of unhappy people. And he's there to present me the service. My appointment was booked at 4 o'clock, and he's writing at 5 that, I will be until 6. I said, but you need to come at 4. It was agreed. Oh, well, madam, I need to find a parking. Well, it's not my business. If we agreed 4, you need to be at 4. Especially I live in the most prestigious area, where is the easiest to find. Every road leads to me. So there are no traffics. And the parking, you can come in my building. The security lets you in. So I know these are the excuses. But when I'm telling you the example, when he came, he wanted to argue in person. I said, I do not entertain arguments. Here you go. He needed to take something from me, the package, and return to the sender that I bought, because it was expensive. I said, I do not entertain the arguments. I gave the package and I said, thank you. And I went back to my apartment. I do not entertain arguments and fights. You don't know how much energy you're going to save. Number 2, I show respect and I don't criticize. I was in a restaurant. There were a group of, I think, 5 people, and one of them had a sexually transmissive disease, if you know what I mean, the one that you die from. And they were very close, and it was a very sad event. They were talking about how to organize a funeral for this person. A girl who was very young at age, she was sitting not far from them, and I witnessed this. She said, oh, but you people are this. So she was talking very down on this person, because the person who was going through that was a person who likes the same gender. For me, it's not my business to judge. In Bible says that we are not allowed to love or kiss or be in a relationship with the same gender. So I'm not allowed to be with a woman, and man is not allowed to be with a man, because it's considered a sin. But it's none of my business to interfere their conversation, or say you these people, or change them, or say anything. It's none of my business, and I'm not allowed. That's why I said I show respect. That means there are some boundaries, there is something that I cannot cross. So this young girl, maybe 18 or 19, she interfered the conversation. Yes, he's going to die because he's like, that word, that he loves men. And I could not believe my eyes that someone can allow themselves to, first of all, judge, and then we're talking about death, and say, oh yeah, he deserves because he's with men. And I could not understand, like, it was not connected with me, but I witnessed that and I thought, how inappropriate. And we live in an era that everyone allows themselves to tell whatever they want. Everyone allows to write whatever they want. That's why people write mean comments, attack each other. There are women who have beautiful homemaking channels, and they're telling that there are people who write to them that I wish you're dead. How on earth do you wake up and you write to the random person you've never met that you want them to die? You do not understand that the slap is going to come on your face, because whatever you wish to another is going to happen to you or to your family or to your relative. So that's why I told you, we do not argue because we don't want that negativity, because negativity is always going to harm us. And we also we are not allowed to disrespect other people. Maybe someone looks like a loser to you, but you cannot say, you are a loser. Why are you talking to me? Do you hear how disrespectful that is? Or we sometimes, women, especially beautiful women, this look that we give to people, that I'm better than you. We don't know that if you're better than them. We don't know. Maybe they're a millionaire. Maybe they have the best, relationship with their family. Maybe they're the best wife and a father. Maybe they are, geniuses. This look, we have to cut it out. We have to stop looking at people that they're trash, that they're below us, because we don't know who is who, and we do not know what it can cause them. We can upset people, we can disrespect them, and we can offend them by just this look. So I would like you to, as much as it's difficult, as much as you can see this person is a loser, or this person is dumb, this person is ugly, whatever harsh words you have in your mind, they can be there. You're a human being, you can have your own opinion, but do not show that. And I will give you one technique that helped me a lot, because we have a lot of people that are low class that work and they do everything, clean the streets and everything, and I cannot smile at them, I cannot entertain every person that walks past me, but I'm also not going to look down on them, because you never know what is their history. So what I do, my technique is that I imagine they do not, it's like they don't exist. So I just walk and I try to not look to their side. I try to not give bad eye or say, oh, what like this, to not do verbally, to disrespect them, and to not disrespect them by the look. I just look somewhere else. Or I imagine that I'm correcting my hair, so I look away so they don't see my face. I look down, or I look at my phone, or I look down and then my hair is covering my face. So I do everything to imagine that I don't see them. I do not make eye contact. So anyone that irritates you or annoys you, if someone for you is ugly, someone is for you unattractive, someone for you is dumb, that someone else loves them. There was a man who worked in our building, and very nice, very gentle, but he's a bit overweight and he has like a double chin, and he was wearing glasses, but he's just a person who delivers things for us. And one of my neighbors, she was in the elevator and she said, oh, I got my parcels from that ugly man, and said her name. I was shocked, like, why you talk about him like that? I understand he's not attractive to you, but you know that he has 5 children, that he's the ultimate provider, and he bought a car for his wife, and he travels by transport so the wife can be comfortable. So someone loves that man, someone married that man, and he's a provider. So I would like you to completely stop disrespecting people. I know it's difficult. I know sometimes you want to say what you think, but it is not allowed. It's not allowed. You can't say whatever comes to your mind. And understand, every time you disrespect someone, you just collected disrespect to come back to you. That's why I sometimes fear to look bad or say something bad, because I know it's going to come. So I'm like, okay, I better just ignore, I better not make eye contact. Okay, because I know that I'm not allowed. Because if everyone is mean to everyone, if everyone is disrespectful with everyone, what kind of world we will have? That's why we have police. That's why we have security in the buildings. Why do you think we have this? To protect human rights to exist. Disabled people have rights to exist. People who are in a sinful relationship with the same gender, they actually have rights to exist, you know? They're allowed. Yes, they're sinning, we understand, but they're allowed to live in this world the same as you are. People who do not look nice, people who do not have legs or something is wrong, people who have scars, they're allowed to live in this world because the world is for everyone. So, number second, we discussed that I show respect and I do not criticize. It means I do not call people names, I do not curse at them, I do not raise my voice and put them down, that you are nobody. I do not criticize because your words can kill. There was a girl in my school and she was very tall. And one of our teachers, she was quite a mean teacher, but with me, she could not do because I would just not entertain. Actually, with me, no one could because even I was 16, even I was 18, even I was 20, I just had this big boundary about myself. So I would say, I don't like how you talk to me, and I will leave the classroom. Or I will be very cold. Did you do this? Yes. And I'm looking completely different side. So no one could do anything to me. But we had one girl that was very sensitive and quite vulnerable, and she was very tall, very beautiful. And she said, "Oh, you think you're going to?" And she wanted to be ballet dancer. She said, "You're going to learn ballet, but you're too tall. Your feet are too ugly." That girl never became a ballet dancer. You know that? After 20 years, she's still not a ballet dancer. But that was her dream. But one harsh comment ruined her entire life of her dream to be a ballet dancer. After that, when 20 years passed, now she's like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the class to do this ballet dancer." And I'm thinking, I have her contact because, you know, I have a few girls that I keep in touch. I mean, 20, it's not 20 years, but I mean, when she's in her 20s, apologies, that's not what I meant. Now, when she's in her 20s, like, I'm going to learn ballet. I said, yes, but you could have learned when you were 18. Why did you lose those 10 years? Oh, because remember what she said? She said many things. So try to not be harmful with your words. It can prevent someone reaching their dreams for 10 years. Because I met a girl who was offended by the words. So I don't want that to happen to anyone else. So do not be the cause of these things. Number 3, I don't leak out my energy, but protect it. Remember, I mentioned that every time when you argue, when you fight, when there are misunderstandings, when you try to prove your point, when you try to prove your worth to the strangers, you're leaking out your energy that is in your bank. Here I put it absolutely separate and I wrote I protect it. And I want to discuss exactly how I protect. When I see that someone is unhappy, someone is jealous of me, when I see that someone is offensive to me, I ignore them. Respect and peace. I don't leak out my energy, but protect it. Wonderful. Thank you for summary. That means if I see someone as a danger, I protect myself. I do not run into the fight. I do not run into the fire because I know that I might lose, and I most probably will. So I want you to do this exercise next time when you're just going to an argument, just going into this moment of disrespect. I want you to pull yourself a little bit away and just physically try to pull yourself away. Don't come too close. Now, psychologically, what happens when we have a misunderstanding? People tend to come closer to raise their voice so they look bigger to that person and start waving with their hands. You don't understand what I'm saying. So they come closer. So next time when there's an argument, I don't leak out my energy. Remember the rule is, so you pull away with your body a little bit and you pull away with your face. You start looking somewhere else. For example, you look at the sofa or at the fridge if it's in your house. You try to look at some object. This is how you protect your energy. You're physically a little bit withdrawing yourself and the nervous system is getting a little bit calmer. The moment the nervous system is getting calmer, you can lower your voice and leave. So I do not leak out my energy. Leak out is like tick, 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 leaking. It's leaking. You're walking in a street, the dog is barking, why are you barking? Why your dog? The wind is blowing, why are you blowing my hair? You are arguing with the whole world. By the end of the day, when you reach the destination, you're soaked. Squeezed lemon. You leaked out all your energy. That's why I say for women, if you dress provocatively, you're leaking out your femininity. You're leaking it out. Slowly, slowly, every man is looking at you, lusting after you, coming after you. They're judging you. Women are jealous of you because you are provocative. You leaked out all your energy. By the end of the day, you feel, why I feel so tired? Because you leaked out your energy. In my life, I try to very much protect my energy. I do not go in a rush hour If I see, for example, it's 4 or 5 or 6 o'clock and I need to go somewhere, I on purposely don't go, because all the people come from their work. I live in an area that is the center, and it's a very expensive area, so there are a lot of offices in here. A lot of people work here as a service staff, because expensive apartments and houses, villas, so they come to work and provide for us. So 5, 6 o'clock you can see like a river of people serving stuff, blue colored people, a river of them, and you see huge traffic. And I know that, so no matter how much I want to go to the shop and buy whatever ice cream or whatever yogurt, whatever I want, I will not go, because I know it will leak and drain my energy, and I will not be able to do anything, because it's a peak time. And I had one girl, when I was working in corporate world, I had a very high position, and she was working in a more lower position, and she said, every time I'm very tired. I said, but why don't you change your times? And she had a baby. I said, why do you finish exactly at rush hour? Why can't you come 1 hour earlier and discuss with your manager to leave at 4 before the traffic? She said, oh my God, this is a fantastic idea. So I wrote a letter, because the HR is basically my friend. I mean, because I'm very high in position, I can dictate things. I wrote to that person, can we have a call and say, can this person do this? Fine, they said. So now she was leaving at 4 o'clock, happy. She was not facing any traffic. The baby was happy when the mom was coming, and she was fine. So I want you to find these different tactics how to protect your energy. And clothing is number one physical way how you protect your body, your energy, your femininity, your beauty. Why do you think I wear this all covered? Because it makes me feel safe. It's not only because I'm modest, I'm classy, I'm expensive, I'm royalty, I'm an aristocratic woman. First reason, do you want to know the truth? Is because it makes me feel safe. It makes me feel confident. It makes me feel protected. That I'm not cheap, I'm not for everyone. And this is what I want you to learn. I don't leak out my energy, and I protect it. And number 4, the last one, I run from the abuse and I disappear. Yes, we're talking about respect and peace. Number 4 is I run from the abuse and I disappear. I want to tell you one story, and it's a true story. One time I was traveling, and I just arrived to the new country, and my card was not working. You know, sometimes you need to notify the bank, and I did, and I thought everything is fine. So I arrived in the airport, and I come to the hotel where I'm supposed to be, and my card is not working, because when you come at the hotel you need to make a payment, correct? So I'm sitting there in the lobby, and I ordered some tea, some cake. It didn't have wheat, because I don't eat wheat, but it had like fruits, something like this, like a cream. And I'm sitting and eating my cream, and I had some cash, so I gave the cash. I'm drinking my tea, and I'm realizing that I have nowhere to stay tonight, because my card doesn't work. So I thought, it's okay, I'll sit in a hotel lobby, what can you do? So I'm sitting there, I'm changing, I'm redoing my makeup, I'm putting cream. I took all my makeup, I created vanity. That table was occupied by me. I'm in a hotel, but I'm in a restaurant side. And I'm thinking, okay, this night, okay, I will sit here in the lobby, what can you do? Until the morning comes, what can you do? Because I need to wait for the time zone to call my bank. And they cannot do anything anyway, you know. So if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. So I thought, it's okay, I'll find a way in the morning, and I'm completely relaxed. I'm not stressing out. And there comes this huge man. He's 6'4", bodybuilder. He looks like, how is his name? The Rock, you know that actor? Exactly that bodybuilding. The biggest man I've ever seen in my life, and muscular. So he was a professional bodybuilder for years, and he won competitions. 6'4", I want you to imagine that height. And handsome beard, like Middle Eastern man, the most handsome man you can see. And I can see someone like the mountain is moving, and I'm thinking the light is becoming darker. Is the rain in a hotel? And I see this man standing and smiling at me like a baby. And I did like this. Like this, because I could not believe, you know, that he is so big and he's smiling like a baby. So I looked away, and I am doing my business. He goes to the waitress. He orders some food, and there are many tables. Please try to understand. Everything is available. And he comes, stands next to my table. Can I take this chair? So there's a table here. There's a table here. I said sure. And then he goes, gets what he wants. They're bringing him his cake. The man is a clown. Yeah, I felt like when he came, I felt like, you know, I literally, I didn't feel, I saw, I had like a portable mirror, I had like a portable mirror. I could see there is a shadow on my mirror. I was like, what is this mountain, this cloud? So yes, I know. I love the laughing face. So he comes with his things. They're bringing his cake, and he's sitting on where I'm sitting, on my table. He said, "Oh, I thought you said I can sit on your table." So I thought, okay, well, you're handsome. You can sit, join the table. And I'm doing my things. I said, "Excuse me, that I'm doing my things." So I, for the cream, it's just being polite. And of course, I stopped doing my makeup. I slowly moved things so he can eat, and I'm eating still my cake. He's like, "Do you want to try my cake?" I said, "Sure." He had like a chocolate cake, and I'm taking the chocolate off it because I don't touch the wheat part, just the chocolate. And I don't eat wheat because I read a book, that it's not good for you. So I don't eat bread. I don't eat like a pasta and rice, and it helped me a lot with my health. So I'm very healthy, but it helped me even to be more healthier. So I would suggest you to read. There is the book is called Wheat Bellies by the doctor. So it's not just a random person. I think his name is William Davis, and he wrote that book, and it changed my life. And yeah, almost 1 year I don't eat wheat. It's the best decision. So I'm telling him about this wheat journey that I'm going through, and I'm saying I'm just going to take the chocolate. He's like, "Do you want anything else?" I said, "Yes, I would like this tea, like a different one." So he's doing that, and we're starting to talk. We're talking. I want to explain you that everything was beautiful and the meeting was beautiful. And I tell him the situation that I have with my card. He said, "Why are you sitting so late, in here in a restaurant? It's already getting very late, and why you're still with a suitcase you don't want to give?" And I tell him that I cannot. I have nowhere to stay. He's like, "Oh my God, that's not good." So he said, "I have here apartment. You can go, and I have another one." So he's like, it's like 2 floors, like on the 16, I think it was, on 18. So he has both apartments. He said, "You can stay at the one that I'm not using." So I said, "Okay, great. Thank you so much for the help." So he took me there. He put all my things. He helped me. He took me on a dinner. He fed me everything. And then the next day when he came, it was a completely different man. He said, he came to take my things, and I was saying something. He said, "Why did you move this? Why did you do that?" Like he was talking about I moved a pillow or something. I moved, and I thought, well, who cares? You have a cleaner, they can put it back. I didn't like that aggressiveness, and I thought, okay, red flag, he's aggressive. And you understand, this is a big mountain standing with me, so I cannot really argue, and I'm inside the apartment. And then someone called him, and he took the phone, and before he answered, he said, "Okay, but you need to be quiet, okay? You don't speak." And I thought, I wanted to take my shoe and hit his face. What do you mean? The way he spoke with me, that's a verbal abuse. But you be quiet, okay? You don't speak. I don't know who was on the phone. And I didn't say anything. I thought, okay, I will be quiet, but watch me. And then while I was getting ready to put things so he can take me back to the hotel, because everything was already sorted, because I asked my friend to transfer, and then she paid, online for me. So I could go and stay. Everything was sorted, so no problem. And then I'm going to the bathroom taking my things, and he puts these videos very loudly, some short videos, very inappropriate videos, like not funny jokes, disrespectful, some kind of comments, and very loud. And he's laughing at them. So you're not educated. You watch trash. You're saying me to be quiet when you answer the phones. You're aggressive and attacking me that I moved a pillow or a sofa or a chair. So everything was like red flag, red flag. And then I told you don't do this. And I'm like, you have no idea. You don't even know my surname. How dare you talking with me like this? So he was supposed to take me, and he knew where he's going to take me. I thought, okay, I don't want this. So he lay down on the sofa. He was doing something. And I just moved the suitcase outside because I could not stay in that loud noise. And he came and said, "Why are you moving? You need to pack here. Okay, there are cameras, don't do this." Like he was basically every single movement that I was doing, he was saying some kind of comment. In this 5-10 minutes, I thought I'm going to explode. Thankfully, my shoes were packed. And the only shoes I was wearing on my feet, I didn't want to remove. He was very lucky that my shoes were packed because one of the shoes was going to fly to his head. I'm joking, but you know what I mean. And I thought, okay, this is not good for me. And what I did, I immediately ordered a driver. When he went to the bathroom, I removed my suitcases. And what do you think happened? I disappeared without waiting, without explaining, without proving my worth. I ordered a taxi and I disappeared from his life. Because you are an abuser. You do not even know me. You met me 1 day ago. You are shushing me. You are telling me to be quiet when you're answering the phone. You're telling me off. Why you don't touch this, don't do this. Who are you? Excuse me, sir? Who are you? Okay, I understand you grew up very fast and very big as a weed. I understand. But inside is emptiness and disrespect. So why I'm telling you this personal story, that I did not stand there, I didn't prove my point, because you have to understand, you cannot fight with such a big man. He can hit you, you will never stand up and wake up. So I thought, okay, I'm in danger. This person is abusive. I don't know him. Thank you so much for the help, sir, but you will never see me in your life. And I disappeared. And you know what I did? I went to the hotel because she knew I'm going to stay there. I said, could you please give me that money back? And they gave me in cash, and I went to stay in an area that is 30 minutes drive. That means it's 22 kilometers away. So he can never find me or never see me in that area. You have to understand, you do not stay in the abuser situation. I do not tolerate actually any abuse from the man. One time you give me sick, I'm gone. Because after it only escalates. After he can only hit, he can destroy you. That's why you have to understand, disappearing part is very important. Not that I don't tolerate abuse, I don't deal with abuse, but it's okay. I will stay there, I will talk with him. That's why women live for years with men who hits them. If any man right now hits you or hits someone that you know, you have to call police, you have to leave, you have to disappear. Disappear. Woman is expensive being, valuable being. You are the most valuable creature. You gave life. This world exists because of you. You created this world. Everything in this world is thanks to you. So I disappear. Verbal abuse, physical abuse, emotional abuse, whatever you want to call intellectual abuse. Oh, you're not smart, you're blonde, that you're not smart. Goodbye, sir. I do not tolerate disrespect. I'm very valuable. The etiquette of a classy lady is not only what she's wearing, but I do not tolerate. How dare you? How dare you? Do you understand what kind of privilege you had to talk to me? I'm a walking angel walking into your life. You need to kiss my feet and drink my bath water. How dare you? You will never see me again. And I will suggest you to not play with these things. Danger is danger for a reason. So can we summarize? This is the second chapter. We're talking about the woman's, ladies, classy ladies etiquette. And we're talking, the second chapter is called Respect and Peace. Number 1 here is, I don't entertain arguments and fights. So nothing verbal, nothing physical. Second, I show respect and I don't criticize. We accept people as they are. We don't change them. If we do not like them, we keep it to ourselves and we do not make eye contact. We remove ourselves from the situation. But we do not attack people. We're not allowed. Number 3, I don't leak out my energy, but protect it. It means I do not wear provocative clothes. I do not go to the places where I know that it's packed or it's traffic. I remove myself from the situations that can leak out my energy, and I protect my energy with all cost. And number 4, I run. I don't walk and caress my hair. I run, and my hair is like in a wind. I run. You understand that word? I chose on purpose. I run from abuse and I disappear. Without explanation, without proving my point, without proving my worth or explaining who I am, disappear from danger. That's true self-respect. Now let me see your questions before we move to the third chapter. Have a relaxed time, breathe, get yourself some water. Because after, 1 hour, we did a little bit more than an hour. Drink some water, just relax yourself. Let me see what you wrote, and then after this break, we will move on to the third chapter. And I absolutely love doing this because it gets people, to also relax, hear some interesting questions. And I love your questions. I wanted to say, I was watching a few of my lives, looking back at them, and I was thinking how these beautiful people, beautiful souls are in my community, asking these beautiful questions with so much respect. Do you see how people are in here? And wonderful. I just want to say such a big thank you that you exist, all of you in here. And I was saying, I put this poll, I was like, shall I do like 30 minutes, 40 minutes videos? They're like, no, 2 hours. So I kept the length, so I tell you everything. It's like, let me see, this one I read. True. As a believer, we never know when we are dealing with an angel. Yes, this is a cute comment. Yes. Thanks to you, I do not feel too much guilt on buying clothes and makeup for myself. Anyways, I procure not spending a lot because I would like a car. My parent won't give me one. First of all, congratulations on giving money. You know, don't even say I spend money on myself, just giving money for yourself. And it's good that you kind of saving money for your car. And the fact that your parents don't give you, don't get upset, don't get offended. It means sometimes they cannot afford. But absolutely save your money, protect your money to get your car, and just say, watch me how I'm going to get the car of my dreams. Then I'm going to bedazzle everything, and I'm going to put fluffy pillows. Start imagining, start buying things for your car. You will get the car much faster, and go test drive the car and print the pictures of the car. Work on the things you want, but well done. And we cannot wait to hear your testimony on getting cars. So we're sending you good energy, energy of luck and prosperity for you to get. Using Uber is too expensive, using it daily and too many times a day. So when I started my job, I decided to use the bus to save some money. What do you think? When I started my job, I decided to use. Yes, of course, public transport. If you see that Uber every day going somewhere, coming back is going to break the bank, you take the public transport. Try to take it when it's not rush hour. Sit with the car, book if you can read. Just try to not be like in the middle of the bus. Go either in the end so you're more protected from people. Save your money and say, it's okay. You see me right now in the bus? Watch me after 2-3 months. So don't think about that, oh, I need to be in a bus. Say, oh, this is a transition period. Every little penny that I save is going to my dream car. So this bus, it's okay. I'm not even in bus. You know, I had a girl who was living in London and she needs to use tube, and she said, Tativik, I don't want, but I have no choice until I save for the car. I said, every time you go to the tube, you have to imagine that you're in the best car ever. What is your favorite car? She said, I like Mercedes. I said, imagine you're in Mercedes. Just be completely delusional. And so if someone is texting you, where are you? Say, I'm in a car. Oh, great. Where are you? I'm in a car. Do not say tube word at all. Do not say bus. Oh, I'm in a car. This is my car. This is my driver. The bus driver is my driver. I have a private driver, and he has a timetable. Like, how rich am I? So it's all about your vision. And in a few months, this is going to be over. So just do it with a little delusion in your mind that, oh yeah, this is my private driver. And so one time we had a consultation with this girl to finish the story. And I said, how far are you? She's like, I'm in a car with my driver, so I'll be there soon. And I knew exactly what she meant. And it's so classy, it's so beautiful. I sent her heart, I know what you mean. And she sent me heart back, so we had a call after. Hi Princess, I love this lipstick color on you, so pretty. I love this information, we deserve respect. Yes, I know it to each other. We are all God creation. Words can be so painful. Yes, with this lipstick, it's actually Chanel lip liner. And then I use the lip liner a little bit in the beginning of the lips, and then I put the lipstick very, very gently, so it looks like a one matte consistency. So I think it's matching with the nails. I wanted to do it a little bit different color than usual because gold and white and black likes more pigment of the red. Usually I wear more like a caramel color, but this was perfect. So thank you for compliment. And regarding about that we are all God's creatures and creation, I agree. And that's why I said that be careful, because the way that God loves me and he loves you, he loves also that person that we think that is nobody. So just be careful, because you're playing with someone bigger. That's why when I see someone from, for example, very low family, low class, and someone that is like a servant basically in the world, I feel sorry for them, but I don't think bad about them, because in a few years they can be someone big. And I lived in one area, and in 2 years there was a guy who was working in a coffee shop as a barista, and he was really nice, but he was a very simple guy, and I never said anything to him, but I thought, okay, he's just a simple person. I never thought of anything about him. But my friend always really, really disliked him, and she always showed that. And I said, be careful, don't do this, he can be someone. You do not imagine how life is interesting. After 2 years, there was a car that was beeping at me, and I was like, excuse me, why are you beeping? And then someone came out, and he said, I'm sorry that I'm beeping at you, I just want to talk to you. I said, okay, so you need something, like a directions? He said, you don't remember me? I said, no. He said, you remember? You were coming, I was working in that coffee shop in the mall. I was like, oh yeah, I remember. He said, now I have my own coffee shop, and this is my new car I got 3 months ago. So I was standing there like this. And those 2 years that he was in a coffee shop, he got a degree. So his language was changed, the way he was dressed was changed, his car, his business. Now he opened a business. And he said, and next month I want to open the takeaway place. So you never know. So be careful. But it's good to have respect towards each other. It's just, it makes your life easier. It's so difficult to be angry, I will tell you. It's so difficult to be angry. It's so much easier to be like, okay, it's just the world, let them live, it's just the wind that is blowing, so what? It's so much easier to live like this. I stopped going to the mall because it exhausts me so much. The sound, people, loud music, it makes sense with the energy leakage. Yes, of course. And I always tell you, for example, I know that Saturdays, I go to Dubai Mall, is the busiest time. So you will never see me on Saturday in Dubai Mall. It's the second biggest mall in the world. Do you imagine what Saturday is happening with families, with people, with tourists? They said there are millions of tourists coming. So I know, and I don't go because I don't want to go through that. I go Monday, like in the morning, and the mall is free. Like I go into random times when no one is there. So you have to understand noise, music, people, cleaning. You hear how nice it is here because it's the middle of the night. I can never in life sit in here during the day. It's not possible. First of all these seats, people are going to be sitting. Then reception people are going to check in. People are going to walk in here like a river. So I choose this on purpose so I can protect my energy, so I can give my wisdom to you. So this makes complete sense. This is so scary. He thinks because he helped you now, he can do anything. Yes, the story that I was telling you about the man, yes, I knew that this is scary. I knew that this is not safe. That's why I disappeared. Because if you don't know me and you are already verbally abusive, it can lead only to one thing: danger. If an Arab wife is mad at her husband, how does she taught to handle him? Hint. If an Arab wife is mad at her husband, how does she taught to handle hint or him, you mean? It doesn't matter if she's Arab or not. In Arabic culture especially, women have very high role in the relation. So if she's mad and dating Arab men, only thing that I do, for example, I say I'm incredibly upset. Not with you, that you make me. No, I'm incredibly upset right now. So they usually are not shouting or breaking plates because their plates are expensive. I have a notification for the percentage. Sorry for moving. But they usually just keep it in a way that they converse. I'm not happy with this. I would like this to be changed. I would like that to be not done. So they're very direct. This is how they actually handle when they are upset with a man. They say, I want this, or don't do this, or I want you to buy me this, or can you not do this? They're very direct. This is how they handle. This is the only way I see how they handle. Maybe there is some other ways, but Arabic women in general are incredibly direct. And they just say directly to your face what they don't like and what they want you to do. And I think that's the best way. All right, are you ready for the third one? I will keep it very short because these are like very practical things. You don't need to go very deep. But the number 3, we are going to discuss about beauty and style. And my battery is low, so I'm sorry if it dies, but I will try my best to speak as much as I can. So beauty and style, please, if can someone write down, this is our 3rd chapter. And number 1 in here is I dress like a wife material lady and not seductive. I dress like a wife material lady, not just wife material person, wife material lady and not seductive. Now, in the Western world is a very famous trend for women to be very seductive, to be very promiscuous, to be very open, to get attention. In my culture, in general, it has never been normal to be seductive. It's quite opposite. To be seductive, it's considered like, wow, what are you doing? And people will judge you. People will be looking at you. You will feel guilty. People will come to you and say, this is not correct. You cannot wear like this. Police can stop you. And can you please cover? So I have never witnessed seduction as being part of my culture. Never. Wow. Thank you for this illustration with us in real life experiences. My pleasure. I love sharing this. So the summary, beauty and style. I dress like a wife material lady and not seductive. Thank you so much for writing it down. You're wonderful. This means that wife material usually is covered, correct? Wife material is not a street woman. So seduction has to come out from your vocabulary. Being seductive or sensual or flirtatious, these things should not describe your clothing. And wife material doesn't mean that it's boring or conservative or incredibly like a dumb colors, like a dull colors, like gray. No, I actually don't have one gray dress. I don't have anything gray in my wardrobe. You know, I love beautiful things, luxurious. Look at these beautiful hands. Look how the structure is. I love beautiful earrings, beautiful nail polish, you know. This is bold, this is glamorous, this is gorgeous, but it is wife material. If you see me, you can understand this is a lady. Wife material. Maybe she's married, maybe she's engaged. I'm sure a lot of men are after her because I'm a lady, but there is nothing seductive about me. I do not sit in a specific poses. I do not flirt with you. I do not do specific movements. I do not dress in a seductive way. For you to understand as a lady, the etiquette of a classy lady is that she's not seductive. She's a wife material, even if she's 18. She's a wife material lady. I want you to understand this and completely illuminate this thought of in your mind that you need to seduce a man. You do not need to seduce anyone. If you seduce a man, it's going to be short term. He's going to lust after you. I do not like to seduce a man. I would like him to know me, get to respect me, and then he can marry me. I do not want seduction. Seduction can happen only when I know that he loves me and it's a private, intimate moment when you're married with this man, he's your husband. Then you can play seductive games when you're alone. But seduction does not come before marriage. Okay? Key sentence in here. Seduction is after marriage. And this is the problem. Western women, Western women are trying to seduce the man before marriage and they never get married. Arabic women, Mediterranean women, Middle Eastern women, the real cultural women that have actually respect and a religion and faith in God and traditions, they do not seduce. This is what I really want you to understand. Number 2 is I wear feminine dresses and feminine accessories. Number 2, I wear feminine dresses and feminine accessories. By accessories, I also mean shoes and bags and anything as jewelry. Everything, if your shoes are only flats and bulky, that means you're wearing manly accessory, manly shoe. Hello Tatevik, I just joined this live. Hope I arrived on time. Yes, you're always on time and you can rewatch. We are still doing the chapter, so you're so nice to see you. I'm so happy. We have such a regular people that always join the lives and this is fantastic. You're doing an amazing job. And you create, this community is created by each of you. You create these lives, your questions, your presence, your love. So you're very important, each of you. I value each of you. So I wear feminine clothing and feminine accessories. That means very simple. You go to your wardrobe, you take your clothing and ask, are you feminine? So they're masculine, brown, dark trousers. He says, no, I'm not feminine, I'm for a man. Your clothing talk to you. You take bulky shoes, flat shoes, dirty, old, worn out. Are you feminine? You're looking at those shoes. No, I'm not feminine. Actually, you need to put me in a bin. You take a bag that is stretched out, masculine, huge colors, black, dark, not interesting. Are you feminine? No, I am for shopping. I'm not actually for use. I'm just to put you some shopping inside. Beauty and style. I wear feminine clothing and feminine accessories. Exactly. And I want you to know one thing about me, what helps me in my life, that I created a specific wardrobe that is circling around femininity and beauty. Every my shoe, I love the bows, I love the rhinestones, every my jewelry, everything that I wear, even my umbrellas, you know, every accessory that I own, my beautiful bags that have colors. I want you to completely illuminate masculine clothing. A style of a lady, the etiquette of a feminine, classy lady, she has a requirements. And requirements is to have feminine clothing, have feminine accessories, have feminine shoes, have feminine bags. And this is a very big mistake. If you see and wonder, and you see, we had a comment before that women are in their pajamas, hair is blue, not washed, funny short dresses, clothing. Women nowadays, 99% of women do not follow this etiquette rule. And that's why they're not, cannot be called ladies. We do not call women ladies anymore. Have you noticed? We just call them women. But in older time, every single sentence was lady, ladies, ladies and gentlemen. But we have lost that word because women are not ladies anymore. To have the audacity to call a lady a woman, it means we're going backwards. But I don't want that. I want to be a woman as a female, but I want to be called lady. I want to behave like a lady. So that has a requirement for me to look like a lady. And lady is who? It's a person who is feminine, who dresses femininely, who talks femininely. Number 3 is I style my hair, my nails, and take care of my skin. I style my hair, my nails, and take care of my skin. This is very important. Etiquette in general is entitled to dictate you different rules and regulations. Etiquette in general means rules and regulations of a behavior of a human being. In this case, we're talking about ladies. But of course, it could be about men as well. You still need to wash your hair. You still need to take care of your nails as a man to cut them. And you need to take care of your skin. You need to wash your face. Now, for a lady, if you look at the lady in general, dress is, of course, important. We just discussed that you need to wear feminine clothing. Excuse me. But what is very important is your face. And hands actually is kind of part of you, of presentation of you. Now, if you see a hair of any woman, you can instantly say if it's washed or not, correct? You can instantly say if it's styled or it's just washed and she just went out and they're drying in the sun. You can tell if it's styled. The styled hair has different texture. It's more soft and it lays down easier. You see, when I move, it just lays down more easier because it's styled. Sometimes you can straighten, sometimes you can curl, but styled hair is easier and it's more flowy. Clean, styled hair. Why I say that you need to also style your nails. That means you cannot just have nails with no color, no shape, no trimming, no filing. No, it is not possible. If you're a woman over 18, that is considered already a woman, even 21. If you're in America, you have that law, a little bit older than in Europe. Nails need to be styled. That means clean cut, not too long, not too short. Too short is masculine, and some color. You can choose pinks, you can choose any nudes or French, or you can choose any reds. All these colors have 500 different color schemes. So I style my hair, I style my nails, and I take care of my skin. Means that I have my makeup, I have my beauty routine, I have my creams, I clean my face. This is very important. And as I mentioned, these are like a practical things for you to think like a check off. Do I do this? Do I do that? This is a part of etiquette. And the last one, I don't worship trends and run after designers. I wanted to mention this regarding the style and beauty, that trends nowadays are very promiscuous. As more transparent, as more open, as better. So I don't worship trends, and I don't run after designers. So do you see me ever having a designer bag in my pictures or holding designer bags in my videos when I'm walking, in beautiful restaurants? Have you ever seen my bags? No, but I'm sure you know that I have multiple designer bags. I want you to know this. Beauty and style. I don't worship trends and I don't run after designers. Thank you so much for summary. Yes, correct. Because the moment you worship trends, the moment you worship designer items, the moment your whole focus is on that, you have lost your real focus. Your real focus is virtues. Your real focus is dignity, is your femininity. So when you see a picture and a woman is holding the bag, for example, this is a cover from my phone, so I'm going to pretend this is my bag. The bag is first, and then is the woman. But woman is more important, isn't it? So I suggest you to not hold any bag in any pictures. Some women put the bag here. It's like a 3D image, so the bag is on a picture and you are like a background. You do not hold the bags in the pictures or on the videos. You do not worship designer bags, and you do not wear things that says Balenciaga, Balenciaga, or Chanel, 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 or Louis Vuitton, big LV letters. Have you seen me ever wearing something like that? People know when it's designer. People who buy those things, it's called quiet luxury. They know. So please, not overdoing with designer items and not running after social media trends with lips, with fillers, with different body changing types, with different promiscuous dresses and uncovered transparent shorts that people can see everything. I do not worship trends. And you look at the title of the video, classy ladies etiquette. That means trend, for example, cannot be classy, correct? It's a modernism. That means after 1 year is different, after 5 years is going to be different trend. So if you worship every trend that comes into reality, you will be a slave to the trends. You will be slave to the social media. So I do not run after the trends. I do not worship, and I do not run after designers. You can have beautiful designer things. You can have a polo neck, a black, beautiful dress, beautiful red shoes, but no one knows. It's discreet. It's a quiet luxury. So no brands throwing up on you. You are not working for them. Once for all, stop running after unnecessary nonsense. As a classy lady, she doesn't do that. So let's summarize in here. Number 3, our topic is beauty and style. This is third chapter. In here, number 1, we had, I dress like a wife material lady and I'm not seductive. Number 2, I wear feminine clothing and feminine accessories. So please remove from your wardrobe, do a decluttering, what is masculine. Number 3, I style my hair, my nails, and I take care of my skin. That's an obligation for a feminine woman. And number 4, I don't worship trends and I don't run after designer items because they are for me, I'm not for them. And I definitely don't put them in the pictures. So we had a wonderful 3 chapters. We spoke in the beginning about order and hygiene of a woman. Then we spoke about respect and peace, so communication with other people and yourself, your peace, your energy. And we just finished about beauty and understanding how to implement the beauty and the style for a feminine lady. All these chapters are important. If you need to rewatch, definitely rewatch. And thank you so much for the beautiful soul who was doing the summary for us. Let me quickly read if there is any question, and we will end our live in a minute. Hello, Tetevik, I just joined. Yes, this one I read. Welcome to the live. What do you think about wearing covers, cardigan for dresses, a bit revealing at the top? Yes, you can do that. And there is a very nice top there. It's like a cardigan, but it finishes here. So it only gives you the sleeves, and then it goes like this, and then it finishes here. It's a super cute, it's called like a short cardigan. So not the long one, not the long that covers everything, but only covers your hand. This way you can cover the dress, make it less open. But this is a good idea, you can do that. In Arabic culture, I see a lot of women, they have beautiful dresses that are like short sleeves. They wear cardigan under, not cardigan, like a polo neck under. It's a really good idea. My hair gets dirty fast, so I have to wash it often and use heat often so it damages. Do you have any tips? Yes, but you control your hair. For you, in order, one secret girls don't know, your hair gets dirty too much because you touch too much. You touch too much. You know, for example, if I correct this part, I move it because it comes to my face. But do you see me touching my hair, touching my scalp, touching like touching just without no purpose? No. The only time I will do it is like, and you can see I always do like with 1 or 2 fingers. I just remove this from my face. I do not play with my hair a lot. And I noticed this since high school because I used to touch my hair all the time, and one of my girlfriends, she's like, you're touching your hair so much. And I was like, I never thought of it. And that's when she saved my whole life, you know. So I don't touch my hair, and it prevents from oiliness. And the best thing is for you to wash 2 times with the shampoo and then put conditioning. I noticed my hair was getting dirtier faster when I was washing only 1 time with the shampoo. And since I started washing 2 times, so the first layer and then the second time with the shampoo, I noticed it gives me 2 days extra. And do not play with your hair. And one advice as well, when you sleep, try to put it up so it doesn't move. The dirtiness comes from the movement, from the sweating in the night. This is the best advice I can tell you. And in order for you to dry without damage, try to make the hair as dry as possible naturally. And the last few seconds when they're still a little bit wet, only then dry. Do not ever dry the hair when it's fully wet. Never. It will damage. And of course, use oil for the ends. It's really helpful. And of course, heat protector. But this could be done. So there are very good, tips that you can use, the ones that I mentioned. Well, thank you everyone for joining. This was amazing. So lovely to have you all. This was a great topic. So learn, implement, enjoy, and of course remember, that these things are part of etiquette. I was hoping you'd be live watching while completing ceramic assignment. How feminine, how beautiful. I have 10 bows to scratch up. Wow, gonna